But I just want to add one point, is that if you take it as a premise, as these physicists explicitly do, some of them, that God doesn't exist, that's like a first principle, that God doesn't exist, then the discovery of fine-tuning is so amazing that the only way to explain it is to posit infinitely many universes where everything possible happens. And that's what's amazing, how it shows just how powerful the argument from fine-tuning is. If you start with the premise God doesn't exist, then you end up with infinite universe with all the craziness of it. If on the other hand, you start with the possibility that maybe God does exist, well, then fine-tuning points directly to him. And the only other way to explain him is with an infinite multiverse. So the fact that physicists who deny God out of the gates are jumping in and all hanging their hat with an infinite multiverse is an indication of the strength of the argument of fine-tuning, and how fine-tuning really does point to God if only you're willing to accept that as a possibility.
That's fascinating, right? I really like that. It's like you can easily shoehorn God in, and not as a God of the gaps, like it's just the direct point to God. Right. And like if not, you have to concoct such a complex theory, which itself lends such complex problems that you have to spend decades and possibly never, if ever, figuring out.
Right.